Good morning,
Good
ladies and
morning. How are
gentlemen.
you?
Oh, I'm doing pretty well, thank you. We're supposed to have approximately 20 students with us today. Right now, you guys are still rolling in, so we're going to give them like another 30 seconds, and then we'll get started. We have Brianna with us today. She is one of our admissions coordinators. So if you guys have any questions, please do not hesitate to write those in the chat. She'll be happy to help answer those. And again, today's presentation is supposed to be more of a conversation. You know what I mean? So like, I want you guys to feel free to ask any questions you may have, both about the university or the admissions process. Okay, so we have 8 with us. No worries. You know what I mean? Again, feel free if I touch on anything that you guys are already interested in, or you have something that, hey, you haven't had the opportunity to reach out to the department, please let us know, and hopefully we can point you in the right direction. So today we are going to give you guys hopefully a real look at FIU. You know what I mean? This is supposed to be your opportunity to get an idea of what FIU has to offer and our identity. Unfortunately, since you aren't able to be with us here on campus. So first and foremost, FIU is in the top 50. You know what I mean? FIU is a top 50 publicly ranked university in a number of different areas. You know what I mean? In terms of innovation, we are a top 50 publicly ranked university. We are constantly striving to better ourselves and the opportunities and the amenities that we provide to both our students and our alumni. And we are a top 50 publicly ranked university, with just nationally ranked. You know what I mean? When it comes to the entire nation and all of those public universities, the California state school system, the Florida state school system, of all those universities, we are constantly getting better and each year improving, and that's recognized in our national ranking. And then we are a top 50 university in performance and social mobility. So our students see the ability to increase their standards of living, to increase their place in society once they graduate from FIU. So if you look at it and you look at the community that FIU strives to serve, you know, I mean, we are located in Miami. A lot of individuals that say that FIU was the starting point for them to achieve the things that they've achieved in their both in their career and their entire life. And so one of the biggest questions we get in today's era is, what is FIU doing in the face of COVID-19? And so FIU has constantly sought to be on the front lines. You know what I mean? One of our esteemed faculty, Dr. Eileen Marty, she has been she's been on numerous committees offering both her input and her insight as an expert in infectious diseases. FIU has sought to close down the school before this became a pandemic here in the FIU community, because we understand the severity of what is going on in today's era. And so FIU offers advanced rapid testing because we want our students to have the opportunity to know their testing results as quickly as possible. We are only seeking to open the school when we know that it is in the best interest of our students to do so, to provide you the best education while keeping you guys as safe as possible. Okay, and so then FIU, you know what I mean? The world in its entirety, it has a multitude of things going on. And FIU is a massive school that has a huge student body of just under 57,000 students. And so we provide an opportunity for both our students and our faculty, to strive to solve those issues that plague the world at large. FIU is Florida's #1 public research institution, which means that most of your professors, almost all of your professors, are here doing their own individual research, their own personalized research, and on top of teaching you on a day-to-day basis. And so you see a lot of FIU's presence both in the field of the arts and culture, as well as STEM. You know what I mean? We have our Patricia and Philip Frost Art Museum, which is located on our MMC campus. Then we have our Wolfsonian Museum, which is located on Miami Beach. I had the coolest opportunity to intern with them for an entire year during my last semester in college. Then we have our Miami Beach Urban Studios for our architecture students, and the Jewish Museum of Florida, which FIU uses to preserve the history of the Jewish people and their presence in Florida. So FIU has its hands in a number of different areas and a number of different regards. And so real experience, you know what I mean? We understand that you guys are not just here to sit in a classroom. Everybody wants to have hands-on engagement. Everybody wants to have the opportunity to get out in the field and to see what they're striving for. You know what I mean? You're not going to know if you're going to enjoy something until you have the opportunity to do it hands-on. And so we strive to provide that opportunity both for students in the business field, that you have specific advisors to help you find internships, to our South Beach Food and Wine Festivals for our hospitality students. You know what I mean? You guys get to work in all the different areas and different disciplines and industries of the hospitality industry. You guys also have the opportunity to intern at the Epcot Food and Wine Festival. So FIU constantly strives to establish relationships with outside companies to provide you guys that relationship to have that internship opportunity, so that when you graduate, you can say, hey, I've worked here, here, and here. I've already gotten my hands wet. I've already gotten the opportunity to see what this is like in firsthand, real hand experience. Real education. One of the coolest things about FIU, especially for those of you that are interested in any of those STEM fields, is that we provide a lot of passion and a lot of finances, which is where, that's where real change kind of happens. FIU throws a lot of money at providing you guys the opportunity to use real life engaging different amenities. We have our wall of wind, which can simulate up to Category 5 winds. So that's something that's used for emergency services to simulate those sort of experiences, And then we have our Medina Aquarius Reef Base. So that's for some of our marine biology students, generally those of you that are going to study that at a graduate level, where you can literally conduct your research underwater, and simulate the pressure of being at sea level. So FIU, again, strives to give you the most up-to-date and the most current experience possible, to supplement your book education, your in-classroom education with as much in-field practice as possible. And then when it comes to real education, we have our theater department. FIU loves to support the arts. We just received an endowment over the past year to throw, I want to say, about $10 million into our arts department, to revamp it and make sure that they feel all of the culture that Miami music, the Miami dance and theater has to offer. So you'll be seeing that for those of you that are potential students over the next 4 to 5 years. You're going to see how our theater department evolves and blooms here on campus. And then we have our crime science, which is easily one of our newest programs here. It just started this past January. It's kind of, for those of you that are interested in or love criminal minds, this is a great program for you. It's like a combination between criminal justice and computer science. There you go. So those of you that are interested in like blood splatter analysis, who enjoyed Dexter, that's a good opportunity for you to specialize. And that particular major offers a lot of opportunities for in-field research. The Honors College. Bree, I know you are like a champion of our Honors College. Would you like to give them a little info on what they have to expect?
Absolutely, yeah. So the Honors College at FIU is really unique. We don't just separate you from your classes like maybe how high school is right now with AP or honors, but what our Honors College is a unique seminar-based course throughout the year. So it's interdisciplinary, it's a lot more discussion-based, a lot more critical thinking, instead of just more like harder, intense versions of classes you're already taking. We like to say the Honors College really enhances your bachelor's degree because it adds more of the social aspect. So there's studying abroad opportunities. We have exclusive internship and career pathway opportunities, as well as honors scholarships. And just a lot more different options for you too. All of the professors in the Honors College also hold their doctorate or are working towards their doctorate degree. So you're learning from the best in your fields. Earlier, Elliot mentioned one of our amazing professors, Dr. Eileen Marty. She actually teaches a course in the Honors College about epidemiology and infectious diseases. So that's just one of the type of classes we offer there. They're not your typical run-of-the-mill courses. We have courses based off of myth, religion, and film, where you compare different references and analyze them. You watch some movies and look at it through a philosophical lens. So not your typical run-of-the-mill courses, definitely way more interactive than within yourself and critical thinking type of courses.
Thank you. Oh, I like the Honors College. And like Bree said, it's more of a way to enhance your experience, but it's not something that adds anything to your actual academic profile. It doesn't require you to be in school for any additional semesters. It's just supposed to enhance that experience. because we understand, for those of you that take some of those really rigorous and intensive academic programs, it's just an ability, and it offers you the opportunity to supplement that with some different opportunities and benefits. And real driven. So here is just kind of an opportunity. It showcases our students in their actual, as we like to say, their natural habitat. These are students who are participating in courses in their actual majors, and these are the actual engagements, the on hands engagements to see the work that you're doing actually play out. That's our walk on water for our engineering students, where they actually have to design platforms that they use to race across the lake on campus. And the first person, obviously bragging rights in our lovely STEM field, but it's an honor tradition here at FIU. And the reason for that is, one, students love it. It's cool to just walk across the lake. But two, and again, it showcases the actual implementation of all of this theory that you've been learning over the point in time up until then. You know what I mean? It allows you to see some results that kind of keeps you motivated and keep going. And then, oh, I love this club. I'm so glad they have a picture here. I like to tell, again, one of the really cool STEM organizations. There are two cool clubs. One is literally they actually build rockets and they go and compete every year. And the other one is, as you see in that picture, sponsored by NASCAR. You know what I mean? They work on actual race cars throughout the year and they go and compete. And so it's really cool for those of you that were maybe interested in robotics. You know what I mean? We provide a lot of different clubs and organizations for a bunch of different passions. And real enterprising. Of course, there's a huge portion of our student populations that's interested in business. And so we provide opportunities for those students. Startup FIU, if you guys have ever had an idea on a business that you're interested in pitching that idea and hopefully finding capital to help get it off the ground as a startup, look, Startup FIU, you know what I mean? They provide an opportunity for you to create a full-on business plan, for you to flesh out all of those ideas you've gathered over the year and actually pitch those ideas. And if they like it, you know what I mean, you're able to hopefully find funding for that, for your idea. So again, like I said, FIU provides platforms. We help inspire ideas and hopefully give you that push that you need to start, you know what I mean, to start what's going to be a life-changing experience for you. And then real passion at FIU, you see different engagements. Model UN on our left-hand side, easily one of our most amazing organizations here at the university. They're currently ranked first in the entire nation. They go out and beat schools like Harvard, the University of Chicago, Yale, traveling all over the country, showcasing all the intelligence and the demeanor and the passion of FIU students. It's a lot of fun. I'll say I personally was a part of it. And you know what? You get to learn a lot and you get to network, which is a huge part of your college experience, with some really intelligent and potentially future powerful people all throughout the entire nation. And then we have our Black Student Union, who have one of the loudest presences here on campus. You know what I mean? They are at every single event, making sure their voice is heard. And they're as much a part of FIU as FIU is a part of them. They support, the Black Student Union supports FIU at all their different events. And you have to love that because they continue to just get bigger and bigger each and every year. And they're just another part of the entire population of FIU's whole identity. We are a smorgasbord of people from all over. You know, I mean, we are a South Florida-based institution, and you see that in the multicultural population that FIU has on a daily basis. So the Black Student Union is another example of where our students join together and showcase that joint passion, both for FIU and for everything that they stand for as an organization. Then real pride, you know, obviously FIU is a Division I football team. We beat the University of Miami last year, which was a highlight for us. And we're hoping that it's just a kind of like a stepping stone for greater things from here on. Then we have our band. We actually have a jazz band and they perform at all our different games. And then we have, I'm say 14 to 19 Division I of sports here at the university. So we're not just a football school. You guys have the opportunity, if you are an athlete, please look into recruitment, reach out to our coaches. A lot of students walk on, and we love to go out and support all of our students. We're the real Miami, you know what I mean? Like, we like to think of ourselves as an accurate representation of what Miami has to offer. Our majority of our student population actually comes from, or they are born, raised, and graduate high school in Miami. We are stationed in the middle of Sweetwater, which is easily one of the most accurate representations of what Miami actually is like, not like that Jersey Shore. And so that's what we're striving to be. You know what I mean? We're not trying to be anything other than who we are. And who we are is hopefully a representation of all our students. And our students represent Miami in their everyday life. Ride or die, 305 till they die. You know what I mean? So like FIU is Miami, and hopefully Miami is FIU in the future. And then we're real Panthers, you know what I mean? These are just a few different ways that you see our students showcasing their passions, their excitement. Look at Rosenberg, you know what I mean? Like, look at those hands, you know what I mean? That's not a guy who is out of touch with the student population. The FIU students, the FIU population loves Rosenberg, and he loves us. FIU has a presence at Miami Beach Gay Pride every year because we love all of our students, and we are an inclusive university. Just look at those faces, you know what I mean? Those students, those are clearly freshmen who are at Panther Camp, and they look like they're having the time of their life. And we hope that's how you guys feel from the beginning, you know what I mean? From the first day you step on campus to the day you graduate. We hope that you pause up, you know what I mean? That's all I have to say, pause up. And then obviously there are some really great resources to help you guys adjust through this whole process. First and foremost, we have our P3 app, our Panthers Protecting Panthers. For those of you that are interested in coming back on campus, you know what I mean, visiting when that opportunity is available to you, you guys will need to make sure that you're filling out that P3 app. It's just to make sure that we can contact trace in the event that you find out that you do test positive, or in the event that somebody does, and hopefully you don't come in contact. But if you do, that allows us to make sure that we can let you know. So that is something that you guys are gonna have to fill out before you're able to revisit us on campus. It is super simple, it takes literally less than like 10 seconds. And then we have our student engagement fairs. All of the different organizations here on campus and the different offices have worked over the last 6 to 7 months to completely revamp the way that we are engaging students, providing resources. We understand that right now we are in a digital era, and I think I don't even think, I know that FIU has put in all the effort possible to provide you guys as close to an engaging and a carefully thought out process as possible. So please, please, please reach out to all the different offices, and they'll tell you about the different opportunities and events that they have going on. Even our rec center, I get it, you know, the rec center is actually open, but they're providing virtual events for those of you that still want to stay at home to avoid the coronavirus. So just know that FIU is providing as all the resources that we possibly can to help minimize the impact of the coronavirus on your experience here at FIU. Visit opportunities. So there is still so much more for you to learn. Even this presentation now, we are recording for our digital database so that students have the opportunity to view all of these different presentations, be it from financial aid, student engagement, our College of Arts Sciences education. So please, please, please look into that virtual database. And those provide you a lot of different resources for any questions that you may have. If you are interested, you can go to go.fiu.edu/visit to look at all the different actual on-campus opportunities that are before you. And then look into, if you're interested in scheduling one-on-ones with our admission coordinators or any different offices, they are all offering those opportunities, be it phone calls or through Zoom. So please, please, please do not feel like, even if you can't get somebody actually on campus, everybody is working from home, using their cell phones, using Zoom. Please reach out to these different departments. They are happy to answer each and every one of your questions. Okay. If there are any questions from the audience, please, please, please do not hesitate to write those in the chat now. If you guys don't want to talk to me, that's okay. But you can get the number for our Office of Admissions, 305-348-7000, or you can send us an email at admiss@fiu.edu. Please follow us on any of our different Instagram pages. We are getting a lot better at engaging with the youth. We are on TikTok and all that other fun stuff. But again, if you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to write those in the chat now. But if not, then you guys are free to go. And I thank you so much for being with us today.